everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is RicketyGames. I'm Sydney and today we are here with Quantum Break. I wanted to give a little kind of PSA on like kind of what's going on. So I understand now that the acts are broken up into 3 parts essentially, and then a junction section, which is technically a part of Act 1, even though they already said that Act 1 ended. I just didn't realize that this junction was a part of Act 1 entirely, because it said end of Act 1 and I was like, okay, it's done. It's like Act 1 is like for Jack, and then the junctions are for Paul, is what seems to be, and the junctions contain the choices that you have to do, as you guys are about to see in this episode, and they also contain the episode of Quantum Break, the show that they created alongside this game, and the show itself changes depending on your choices in the game. So there's all of that to digest. Rather than cram everything into the episode with the gameplay, I figured it might be a little bit easier to separate the episode and the gameplay. It also saves me a little bit of time and sanity as far as like editing goes, because there's some long episodes because a lot of reading. Enjoy this episode within an episode and the rest of Act 1, I suppose, and taking on the reins of Paul as he messes with the past to fix the future somehow. Days of future past await. Let's get into it. Junction 1 Hardline / PR. 25 hours.
My name is Paul Serene. I founded Monarch Solutions 17 years ago with a very clear purpose. There are those who would question my actions. I'm recording this as a final statement of vindication, a testimony of how things came to be. I've always been devoted to my mission. Never deterred from my goal, no matter the sacrifice. Because I've seen where this leads. I've seen where it all ends.
We have a problem. No word from Jack Joyce's transport. It should have arrived here by now. We may have a traitor on the inside. You're due for your treatment. I'll find who's behind this.
Find Jack. That's our priority. Get your best man on it.
There's more. As you know, Jack's level of interference led to unexpected complications. Witnesses from the university were transported here. You need to take a look. We can't afford any further obstacles at this stage of the plan.
I get to play him.
I see 2 options. We could use force, remove any loose ends. But if those witnesses disappear,
The public will start asking questions, potentially turn on Monarch.
Alternatively, I could mount a broad PR strategy, get the city on our side. But that leaves us with
The loose ends.
Precisely. The choice is yours, but keep in mind,
Mr. Serene?
the men will view your decision as a unified strategy moving forward.
Yeah, because he's like the PR guy, right? Because he's their spokesperson. So it's Martin Hatch's job, by the way. Lance Reddick. Oh. It's his job to basically get everybody's shit together.
The issue at hand. Liam Burke over there can explain the situation in more detail.
Oh, and there's the core
Of course.
that they took. Okay, I want to explore though, Martin.
I want this delivered to my office.
What is it?
A reminder.
Of when I used to be good. Huh. So he said he founded Monarch Solutions 17 years ago. I wonder if that's something that...
We are waiting for your input.
Yes, sir. I wonder if that's something that Jack and Will knew, because that's kind of unclear. Like, it doesn't look like there's anything I missed.
Sir?
Hi.
Serene brought down the whole building just to take out that geek.
Yeah, I did, and I'll do it again.
Talk about making a point.
He's listening.
Yes, I am. I'm going undercover boss here in plain sight. But yeah, I guess that's my question is like, did Jack and Will know that Paul owned Monarch Solutions or not? Maybe that's just the investment thing and I'm reading too much into that, but that seems like an interesting reveal. I feel like it would have said something more about it prior to this. I feel like I didn't read anything that implied that he was the owner of it. It makes sense for sure, but it's very interesting that that's a thing. He's the villain the whole time. Was he playing, I guess the other question is, was he playing Will and Jack this whole time, even from when they were, I guess, younger? Or like 6 years ago, like 6 years prior, right? That's when like all of this kind of started. Is his knowledge of the time machine
My brain hurts!
influencing its own creation? This is the thing with fucking time travel stuff, is that like the chicken or the egg, like which came first?
Like, obviously there had to be a future in which...
Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? Alright, what is this?
How long until
The
the core
core.
is ready for transport?
It'll be en route to Monarch headquarters in less than an hour. Installation should be complete before the gala.
Good.
Okay. The gala. Are we showing it off? I mean, I have a very public face here, so it's not, doesn't seem like it's a secret that I am Monarch's head. Very interesting. We got things to read. We'll
Jack
move
would
on.
never understand the necessity of what I'd done. It wasn't the death William deserved, but his knowledge posed too great a risk to our plan.
To our plan or to your plan? William Joyce dossier. Alright, classification. Project consultant for Project Promenade. Witness to core heist operation. Now, that's probably the real thing there. Capture alive if possible. Deliver to Paul Serene. Relevant background. Estranged brother of Jack Joyce. Renowned physicist. Proposed existence of Chronon field at age 19. Invented the first time machine prototype. Developed countermeasure. Joined Project Promenade as a consultant after the death of Dr. Kim. Notable qualities: history of exhibiting erratic behavior, undiagnosed but likely suffers from a schizophreniform disorder. Highly intelligent, received warnings of the fracture from an unknown female source, may have received knowledge on the Chronon-related Monarch operations, will refuse to accept inevitability of the end of time, may lead to unpredictable behavior. Okay. Briefing. Dr. Joyce will be present in the Time Machine Lab during the onset of the fracture at 4:15 a.m. All exits are to be covered by the Prowler team. Raider team will wait until 4:16 to breach the Time Machine room. William Joyce is to be apprehended upon entry. So that's why they were all out there, like, relatively instantly. As soon as the stutter collapsed and time resumed, they were all in there immediately, and they broke right in through the door, and they were waiting. And they obviously had a plan about how to extract the core. We now know Paul was using his knowledge of the future to do it all, to do the heist. The interesting thing is that if Paul is here in the future, if Paul is here in the past, he didn't... There's two of him in this timeline then, because there's the Paul that goes... Oh no. He would have closed the loop. Because Paul got trapped in the time machine, right? And he took the exit out of the time machine when the time broke, essentially. So this Paul is the result of him running out in the time machine into whatever the error was. He ended up in an unknown destination for now. Alright, we're putting the pieces together. We're getting there.
It was the first time I'd visited the Ground Zero operation in ages. The location I'd arrived in when I went 17 years back in time. The location where my fate was sealed 6 years ago.
The green zone. You might experience minor or none Chronon radiation exposure, CRE, symptoms. Continuous visit should not exceed 480 minutes or 8 hours. This is an operational area. Zone clearance level 4 required. Yellow zone. Increased density of residual chronon particles present. Company approved PPE must be worn beyond this point. Report to the supervisor and leave the area immediately if you experience any type 2 CRE symptoms. The red zone. Potentially unreversible damage from CRE unless chronon environmental suit is worn. This is an operational area. Zone clearance level 6 required. Personnel needed to complete extraction protocol training sequence before entering this area. If you experience any type 3 CRE symptoms, contact Dr. Sophia Amaral immediately. Interesting. So, it can affect you, and it doesn't seem like in a good way. Like, you're not going to get superpowers if you wander in this way. Alrighty.
We had Jack in custody, but I was starting to witness visions from the future which made it clear that could change very soon.
Okay, so he has like the echoes thing as well, but for the future, not the past. Because so far with Jack, we've experienced the past. Obviously, he got powers too, since we saw that he's got similar ability to dash and stop time, I think. Alright, Jack Joyce, classification, civilian witness of core heist operation. Objective, capture alive if possible, delivered to Paul Serene. Relevant background, known friend of Paul Serene before incident, parents deceased, raised self in teen years as brother became distant. Criminal record in Massachusetts, grand theft auto, simple assault, attempt to rob or steal. Left Riverport in 2010, never returned until the incident. Received weapons training in Laos, light and heavy firearms. Arrested for weapons-related charges in 2015, charges dropped. Relevant qualities. History of violent behavior when pushed, lack of respect for authority figures, no knowledge of Fracture or Monarch operations. Onset of Fracture will render Jack Chronon enabled. May possess low-level Chronon abilities. Low level. Sure. Just you wait, sir. Alright, briefing. Jack Joyce will be present in Time Machine Lab during the onset of the fracture at 4:15 a.m. All exits are to be covered by Prowler Team. Raider Team will wait until 4:16 to breach the Time Machine room. Approach Jack with caution. He will be Chronon enabled at this time. Chronon abilities predicted to not manifest until 2 hours after fracture onset. Apprehend immediately. Hey, that doesn't make any sense. He'll be Chronon enabled. He possesses low-level Chronon abilities, but the abilities are not predicted to manifest until 2 hours after the fracture. But we know that's not true because relatively soon after we were able to wield some of them, not all of them. We heard him say, I mean, this was the beginning of my powers starting to show up, right? He's doing it out of panic. He's doing it out of emotion. So I guess they're not fully developed until after 2 hours, but we definitely saw him have some. Ooh. Okay. I like it. I like it. We're getting the context for everything.
Sir,
Who is this?
Amy Ferrero. She's one of the witnesses. Awaiting your orders on how to proceed.
Oh god. She's just a student.
My powers grew stronger, even as the Chronon syndrome worsened. I could choose a path that would become the actual future, but it wasn't optional. The moment wouldn't end until I made up my mind.
Oh. That's interesting. So, because Paul's knowledge of the future, he gets to manipulate it? The Junction power reveals 2 potential futures. Your decision at each junction will steer the stories of both game and the live-action show. Choose wisely. Hardline? It just shows it?
Any potential threats to our plan need to be erased.
Wait!
Monarch would take a hardline approach. Crush all obstacles, eliminate all witnesses. It would be harsh. but I had made hard choices for the greater good before.
I dug through the area and I found everything I could on your bro. This is messed up, man. I trusted Monarch.
But the people of Riverport would turn against us.
You murderer!
Our secrets would be safe, but the public would hate us, and Jack would gain new allies.
Monarch's got no authority to stop you, and you tell that to everybody on that bridge.
Whoa. That's fascinating that we get to see it. Okay, I'll hold my tongue until we get to see it.
Initialize a PR campaign.
I want a statement.
And that violence was because of Jack Joyce.
Monarch would take a PR-friendly approach and manipulate the public into siding with us. Our lies would give us control.
The manhunt continues as authorities search for Jack Joyce.
Hey, somebody's sneaking around down there. Hey! I think that's Jack Joyce!
We'd use the media to expose, then hunt for Jack.
I uploaded all the files I stole on that USB stick from the Monarch security station.
But the eyewitnesses would be out there, and Jack would learn our secrets.
Okay. A little bit of both of what I thought would happen. So, were we not given a choice, I would have thought two things. He would have killed this girl and eliminated all witnesses, because that's the safest approach, right? No witnesses, you get rid of any evidence, your secrets stay safe, right? That's the safest approach for the bad guys, right? And I thought it would be in addition to framing Jack as the bad guy. He's already got a record, and I said this earlier, right? He's already got a record, right? He's already, you know, the troublemaker, so it's not that hard to push a little bit in that direction and just go, oh, his brother is dead, and he already had a falling out with his brother, his best friend is dead, and this guy was in the lab at 4 a.m. at a weird time, like he wandered in. You can spin the whole thing to make it seem like he's bad, and his record will be used against him, right? Even if Jack is like, no, I didn't do it, right? He doesn't have the social standing to be able to be trusted, so the public would instantly take it and not really blink an eye about it, right? It would sadly make sense, right? So I thought those two things would definitely happen, but we have the choice. And this also seems to confirm which route maybe Paul goes down, right? He can be the hardline actual villain and like be like the ruthless villain where like, you know, it's probably the smarter approach just to keep your secrets safe, but the consequences are definitely like makes his life a little bit harder. Whereas if he goes with being the better person, like not killing everybody and not being like super hard ass about it, then he has to tread carefully with his future decisions because his secrets are still out there, right? Amy will still be alive, and her ability to spread the secrets of what's happening will be out there, and then I'm sure from then on you're gonna be leaving like loose ends around, essentially, which is kind of what they were chit-chatting about before we got to this moment. I'm stating the obvious, but it's an interesting choice, kind of being able to choose almost how the villain is, like whether basically he's more or less evil. We also don't know why he's doing it entirely. Like, he's seen a future he doesn't like, I suppose, or is afraid of the end of time, and he's obviously running out of time because the symptoms of the CRE are getting him, and Martin Hatch also mentioned that he needs more treatment, but I'm assuming that every time he uses his powers it makes it worse, right? Oh man, I don't know what to do. Here's another thing, we can get extra meta, because Hardline makes Paul more evil, but it kind of silences everything and leaves things the way that they are, right? Jack stays under the radar. Nobody really cares or knows who he is. But the PR approach makes the gameplay probably harder for us, right? Because everybody's going to know who Jack is. They're going to be able to know his face, and we're probably going to have to sneak around, right? I guess it's also like, what type of a man is Paul after all this time, after 17 years of trying to deal with this? Would he kill somebody? The Paul that we thought we knew wouldn't, but I don't think this is the Paul that we knew 6 years ago as Jack, right? The Paul that we all grew up with. I mean, it is, obviously, but he's changed so much. I don't think he's not just the businessman anymore. He obviously has a very ulterior motive that has bigger solutions than to deal with everyday things. He's obviously dealing with something on a larger time scale, right? Like, if I was Paul and I was gonna be taking the evil seat here and being, you know what? Sitting atop my throne of evilness, fuck them all. Destroy everything. Keep our secrets safe. You can always create a new company. You can always, you know, there's always, you build new businesses, transfer new things. I mean, like, there's infinite resources that you can do to kind of patch up, you know, just throw Monarch Solutions under the bus and become more anonymous, pull the strings behind a company, secretly a new company, right? So I think that's my choice. I'm really tempted to do the PR because that seems like the friendlier option for Monarch, but like, if I was Paul and I was being the evil self-serving mastermind of time that I'm trying to be, I would get rid of all witnesses. So if I'm Paul right now, and I am, that's what I would do. So let's do the hardline approach. I don't know if it's the right one, but hopefully it is.
We're taking the hard line.
Sorry,
Any
lady.
potential threats to our plan need to be erased.
Take her and the others to the Ground Zero operation.
Make it quick. Painless.
No, wait. Please!
Gotta be the bad guy, Burke.
Please! Help me!
That's the true evil stare right there.
There's no other way out. I'm going through the machine.
Oh, wait, no! Jack! This way! Jack!
Ooh, this is what happened.
I use my power to guide us, to decide how to best prepare for the inevitable end of time. That gives the chosen few a chance to survive. I've seen the end of time.
Oh. Uh-oh. So that's what he's actually running from. Okay, that's interesting. He's running from the end of time. We kind of had a little bit of a clue, just based on, like, the dossiers, right? Like, Will doesn't believe the end of time, or refuses to believe the end of time, or whatever, something like that. So there's something there. 24% of the community agreed with my choice. Sorry. But look, if he's gonna be evil, we gotta be evil, alright? That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? We can't be leaving loose ends nowhere if we want to keep our evilness planned. Oh, if he's seen the end of time and he's losing it, then he's the master. You get that reference? Oh, is this the TV show? Is content buffering?
Time's up.
What do you want?
Names, witnesses, anyone who might implicate Monarch. See those two men on either side of you? Well, I'm going to stand. I'm going to leave. And the one on your right is going to shoot you in the head.
Fuck you. Wait!
What's wrong with you?
Liam, walk with me.
You're weak.
Seems your work's been undone. We just lost communication with Jack Joyce's transpo.
How the fuck does that happen?
Knowing how isn't important. You just need to find him. Wincott is working on a location.
Great.
What is it?
What?
Something's wrong.
University. That's not how we operate. It was sloppy.
Have all your operations gone smoothly? Go home, Liam. Wait for the call. I'm sure your wife misses you.
Your wife? Is it history speed dial? Is what it's saying? He seems a little in over his head. He's maybe not so hard ass that I thought he might have been.
An official Monarch. Used as private security forces.
Okay, now, City Hall's servers are on a different platform than the rest of the report because they have all these government contractors who need two-way access. That means weaknesses. So, all we have, huh? Where what?
Weaknesses, you said.
Shut the fuck up, Burner. Now, all we have to do is identify as a client who had previous access, maneuver our way through all the holes poked in the firewall, and assuming all these ports are just left open, then all we have to do is use protocol numbers and just move our way up. Simple? Come on. Come on. And we're in. Eh? Street cams, dash cams, computers at headquarters. I mean, hell, I could hijack police scanners and put out an APB on your mom. What the fuck is that? What is that?
Coffee?
Yeah, I know, it's coffee. What the fuck is it doing on my desk, Brendan? Have you ever seen one of these? You know what it is?
It's a coaster.
Coaster. Yeah, do they have these in Idaho?
Iowa.
Whatever. Use it. Now, you tell me what's next, Brenner?
I don't know.
I know you don't know, and that makes me sad for you. All we do now, we draft an email to Mayor Rackley letting him know that Monarch is offering their private security forces, which of course he's gonna take because at this point, without him knowing, we've tied both his hands behind his back when he wasn't looking. And that, Brenner, is how you take Riverport under Monarch control.
It's fucking awesome.
Shit.
Brenner seems like a spy.
Mr. Hatch, perfect timing. I was just...
Wincott, where are we with Joyce?
Joyce, yeah, I got the cameras. I just need to find a locale.
Keep an eye on it. And when you find him, contact Burke directly. I think we have a traitor in our midst.
It's Brenner.
Traitor?
It's Beth
Hello?
Wilder.
Oh, but I'll let you go, Mr. Hatch. Thank you.
Was that Martin Hatch?
Get the fuck out of my office.
Who are these
Get the fuck
two?
out of my office.
I mean, he's obviously their like hacker security type. And then I guess a PA?
Give me something. Come on, Joyce.
An office assistant? How was your day at work, honey? So he works for the university? Like university security? But I know they hire Monarch, so he has to be a part of Monarch, but he seems like the odd one out for some reason.
Em?
Things have been really bad at work. I'm sorry.
I dreamt you were a cat.
A cat?
Mm-hmm. With these big furry bear paws. Way too big for your body. It was a strange creature. But I knew it was you.
I have to get back to work soon.
You work more than any field manager in the history of field managers. Baby, you haven't been home in 2 days.
Your mom's being difficult.
Oh,
She is.
I'm
She's
being difficult, huh?
She's being very difficult. What happened? What?
I don't think that's the baby. Okay. You would.
Close your eyes.
Mr. Hatch here to enjoy your moment.
It's okay. Go.
Yeah.
Burke, got a lead on Joyce.
What is it?
I was able to track his transpo to a warehouse on Burgundy and Wilkins. It's inside Ground Zero perimeter. Sending you the coordinates now.
I gotta go.
For just a moment, but from the reports I'm getting, it seems like this is becoming a very volatile situation.
Had an Alan Wake book.
One that could boil over at any moment. Riverport police are asking that citizens stay clear of the area and avoid.
Stutter. The bird's a little rough there.
out personally to Monarch CEO Martin Hatch for a statement, but the company refuses to comment. The cause of the premature library demolition is not yet known, but foul play has not been ruled out. Dozens have already begun picketing outside of Monarch's headquarters, demanding answers. Our thoughts are with the families of Amy Ferraro and all others who are missing at this time. More on this story as it develops.
Paul, there's been a development.
Jack,
You've already seen it.
tonight on the island. He'll be there, and he'll want revenge. I need him stopped now.
I think our focus may be somewhat misguided here.
Your fifth column traitor?
You shouldn't take it so lightly. Joyce got lucky. He escaped. He's gone. He wouldn't be foolish enough to come back. Our only vulnerability is within, Paul. You should see that.
Telling me what I've already seen.
You're not thinking clearly. You need your treatment.
You've been the face of Monarch for all these years, Martin. But let's get clear on something. This is still my ship.
And I simply don't want to see you go down with it.
Just find him.
Hatch is like, you haven't been here for 17 years, dumb prick. This guy been running this and you're running it into the ground.
Mayor Rackley is currently holding regarding last night's violence at Riverport University.
Shit's gonna get real. Oh no, what did we do?
Investigating the premature demolition of the university library. Monarch Solutions is lending a hand in this investigation. And I want to encourage the people of Riverport to offer them every assistance in finding those responsible. Police are not releasing any information until they complete their investigation.
A government bill to crack down on laboratory experiments on animals is expected to become law today. Animal rights activists...
Over in the lab at the university this morning, someone solved the equation.
Huh?
I've just received word that Monarch security forces have teamed up with local police to hopefully keep the people of Riverport safe as this very unsettling story continues to unfold.
Oh, we're already messing shit up because Will messed with the whiteboard.
Sup, IT?
You wish I was IT. Hey, you don't have security clearance being here?
Security clearance.
Access granted.
I thought you might have been up all night, so...
You didn't get the runny kind, did you?
No, it shouldn't be. It's cool, they're new.
Need a coaster for that.
Oh, man.
Fiona Miller. Terminated. You're fired.
So what's the 411? What the hell's going on out there?
The 411?
Yeah, the 411.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine?
Everything's fine.
There was a shootout at the university last night.
Nothing I couldn't handle.
All right. You think they're gonna cancel the party tonight?
Are you kidding? No way. Hatch knows what he's doing.
You gonna go?
To a party? Me? Go to a party. I don't know.
We can roll together if you want.
Okay. Yeah, all right, I'll go.
Okay, buddy. What are you gonna wear?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll go naked.
Nice, I like that. I gotta get back to my desk, so see you tonight?
Yeah. I'll see you tonight.
Good for you, buddy.
Buddy.
So interesting to see, like, I guess a character like him. So now we know a little bit more why Liam's so shaky because of the baby at home, right? That's kind of why he doesn't really want something like this. And now the question is he helping or hindering? Or maybe he's gonna be pushed over the edge, right, eventually, because he wants to save his family. They'll be used as leverage, though.
Liam, this isn't what it looks like.
Fuck, Beth.
I really didn't want it to be you.
You need to listen to me.
Step away from the van.
Step away! Right now! Drop the gun.
I can't do that.
You've 3 seconds till I pull.
I have better reflexes.
Then you're a marksman for shit.
No. No!
He's gone.
Gosh, he's gone. Do you see what's happening?
The stutters.
More and more.
Beth, what is going on?
Time is breaking down. The end is coming, and Joyce could be the key.
Wait, the end of what?
Everything, buddy.
Beth, the end of what? The end of what?
Of time. Of life as we know it, the entire universe gone. And somehow, Monarch has been preparing for it. They knew it was coming. There's this thing. It's called a lifeboat protocol, and it can save us, at least some of us.
Hands on your head, down on your knees.
Brown.
Wilder, do not make me ask again. Joyce just took down half my men. You think maybe he had some help?
We're unarmed. I was responding to
I do not give a fuck.
Hey, I am with Monarch.
On your knees!
If they take me in, then it's the end for me. And for you.
Down!
Just do what he says.
Do not let them take us. We'll never find the lifeboat. Think about Emily.
Just relax.
Liam!
Shut up!
This lifeboat protocol. What is it?
I don't know. But Dr. Kim was at the center of it.
Dr. Kim?
If you can get into his lab.
That's impossible. It's been closed up since he disappeared.
Do you know anyone who could get you in?
Hatch. Or this guy? Oh my god. What is he, his little brother or something? You ain't going to that party tonight, buddy.
40 more to go. Man. More.
So is Liam gonna be a good guy now?
Thanks, Fiona. It's disgusting.
She tried, buddy. You just touched your keyboard after...
Shit. Liam Burke. Gotcha, buddy. Hatch is gonna love this. Oh, shit. The fucking golden boy.
He's coming right for you.
Yeah, right there.
There's the ram. The germaphobe.
Gotcha.
He's gonna run right into him.
Charlie. I need a favor.
Yeah.
Could we talk somewhere private?
I'd really rather not.
In your office would be good. It'll be really quick.
Yeah.
He's scared. He thinks he knows that he knows.
So what happened with Joyce?
Oh, there was nothing there.
Huh? There's nothing there? He just wasn't there? Like, or what?
No, Hatch, he reassigned me. He wants me to secure the perimeter lab on the island. He thinks Joyce might go there. He sent me here to get access to it. Can you help me out?
Yeah, sure. Let me see what I can do.
Like shit. You're an idiot.
You know, it's really funny that you say that that lead on Joyce was no good because I don't know. It sure looks like he was there, and that other guy kind of looks like you. But that's weird because you work for Monarch, and that guy clearly does not work for Monarch. Now,
Charlie's got some balls!
Wait, stop killing me! Because I just put a high security alert out on your ass. You got about 20 seconds.
You're bluffing.
Hey, you're welcome to stick around and try to find out.
You know what I'm gonna do to you.
I have a pretty good idea what Monarch's gonna do to you. In about 15, 14,
Call his bluff.
13, 12, 11, 10. Good luck, buddy. 9, 8. We need all points converged on Liam Burke. He's armed and dangerous.
Come on, Liam. Don't be that naive.
Listen up, he's on level B, near the main overpass.
Just a reminder to
Hey, girlfriend.
employees, get your flu shots. They are free of charge. Get them in HR.
Hop it, hop it, hop it, hop the fence. Run, bitch! We're all rooting for Liam now.
Liam, stop!
Yeah, there we go. Hop it.
He's not invincible. He's not a fucking superhero. Brenner, I'm dealing with it. Yeah, I know. He's in the building. Yeah.
Is that his office assistant? Brenner.
South parking structure. I repeat, south parking structure, 4th floor.
Dude, you are doomed if this guy's at the fucking helm with the cameras. I would have. But Liam's trying to be a good guy. A good bad guy. A bad good guy? Goodness, the cam motion.
2nd floor. Gotta cut him off.
You're toast, buddy. Oh! Baby driver, eat your heart out. What about the girlfriend? Or the wife, sorry.
Okay, he said he's south on Eastman.
Look at him.
Phantom team, he's headed to you. He's flying. Look out.
Copy.
Cut him off. Don't.
Come on, you got this.
Charlie's got a lot more authority than
Stick with him.
just being like the camera tech guy.
Get me alongside him.
God, get him! 3rd Street. He's headed to the alley.
Copy that.
Corner him.
Through the fence. Ooh!
Freeze! Put your hands! Put your hands!
Oh fuck, dude. Yeah, there was no way he was getting out of that. Like, ever. End of episode 1. Oh, I just want all of them now. I was, at first, too, I was like, I don't know if I should be, like, giving commentary on it. And I was like, that's your job here. Do comment. Because, like, you know, like, during movies, like, you're not supposed to talk, you know? It's like, you pay attention. And then I was like, that's what we're here for. Say something. Oh, I don't know if I want to punch Charlie or, like, kudos. Because I don't know whose side to be on now. I'm confused. Because, like, when we're playing Paul, like, we gotta be evil. But then we got put in the shoes of Liam. And Liam's got a new baby on the way. And he's obviously in over his head. Like, he's a part of Monarch, but on, like, the lower end towards the university thing. Like, he's there to basically blend in with the students. Kind of keep the university thing under control, right? And that's why he's like, that's not how we do things at the university. So my guess is that he's like kind of the liaison between like university stuff and like Monarch, where like are like more militant, right? I was seeing his thought process, right? You begin to kind of see him go like, am I really on the right side here? Like, do I want to be working for a company that murders students to keep them quiet, right? And obviously, that's part of the consequences. We chose this. I chose to be evil. There's something really interesting with how fast it all happened, right? He was still determined to be with Monarch until he met Beth Wilder, right? Saw that she was the traitor, but then realized that she basically, in that instant, told him exactly what he was thinking about. How much worth does his own life mean to Monarch, right? That is to say, he's expendable, right? And they're going to use him to do whatever it is that they're doing, right? Clearly preparing for the end of time, as Beth Wilder mentioned, right? And their plans to save themselves or save the few obviously is not going to include him, nor is it going to include his wife or that baby, right? So that's that moment where he's going, this is so much bigger than me. I'm a pawn in this and I am being used. And that's the choice that he made to work with Beth and to go against Monarch in that moment. Now, because he's so naive, because he appears to be very low-level security who is trying to become higher security, you know, trying to become in the ranks of Martin Hatch and such, right? That's why he's making these naive mistakes. That's why he believed Charlie when Charlie's like, oh, he's counting down. Like, just knock the fucker out. Who cares? You have 20 seconds. Knock him out, get rid of him, shut down his system. Then he can't watch you on the cameras. Then you can get away. All that jazz, right? He's not thinking of these things. He's panicking. He's freaking out because he doesn't know what to do. And he knows that his life is in jeopardy, his wife's in jeopardy, and his baby is in jeopardy. So, drama! To be honest, this was what I expected to be in the first one, as I mentioned at the top of this episode. But I'm trying to be really thorough with the gameplay because obviously there's so many details. As we know, Remedy gives, you know, all of the tiniest details that matter, you know, later, or connect the dots between things within all of the readings. So I want to make sure that we get to it, but because of that, it makes the episodes really long. So that's why I wanted to just make this one kind of short and sweet, and we'll get to the episodes in between. It kind of prolongs everything a little bit, but I think it's better than trying to make a long 3-hour-long episode. It also saves my sanity a little bit in terms of episodes and things like that. So if you guys are ready for the next act of Quantum Break, it will be right over here. And if you guys are eager to just get to the episodes, I think I'll just put them all together so that they'll also be linked all together. So episode 2 will be here when it's up. It's kind of interesting to have like a little movie session here. Don't get caught in a stutter, guys. See you there.